It's almost time. Because tomorrow, I reveal the worst game that I reviewed for Gameplay and Review for 2023. There's only 2 more days left for 2023. We are getting closer and closer to 2024. More gameplay and reviews will be done at that time. More games I'm going to hate, and there's more games that I'm going to love. However, before I get to 2024, like I mentioned in several videos, it's time to reveal the second worst game that I reviewed for Gameplay and Review. Here we go. Yep, you guessed it. Were you shocked that it didn't end up at number 1? Please let me know. But I will say, out of all the fighting games that I played for this year for Gameplay and Review, this was easily the worst. Because this shouldn't have been on the Game Boy Color. Another game that shouldn't have been on the Game Boy Color was Elmo's ABCs. But at least that game was better than this. And the game I'm talking about is Shrek Tale Freakdown. And the gameplay was atrocious because the fighting was broken. There were so many problems. There was only a few positives. 1, you get a password system. 1, you get unlimited continues. Those were the 2 positives. That was it. Everything else about it sucked. And there was 1 character that acted chicken shit every single time I was fighting it. And trust me, when you see my review of Shrek Tale Freakdown, because I'm going to be showing clips from that review, you're going to easily see why that 1 character was chicken shit. And had it not been chicken shit, I probably would have given that character a pass. But the thing about it is, I hate when enemies act chicken shit and don't want to fight you. I hate that because they end up cheesing you and cheesing you and cheesing you until you lose. That's what happened here. And trust me, once you see clips, you're going to know why. But the thing about it is, fighting games should not be on the Game Boy or Game Boy Color. I didn't mind Street Fighter, but this game is even worse. This game that's on the list is even worse than Street Fighter. Street Fighter was much more playable and much more fun than this. At least with that game, I could take it along with me if I had a Game Boy and at least have fun with it. At least that fighting game made sense. This fighting game does not, especially how it was performed. It was performed poorly, and the fighting's broken, and there were only a few positives, but the positives don't save the game at all. The game is easily the worst, so far, the worst Game Boy Color game that I've ever played in my life. It's even worse than Elmo's ABCs, because with a game in which I say that it's the worst Game Boy Color game ever made that I've played so far, that tells you that the game shouldn't exist. So here are clips from my review of Shrek Tale Freakdown. Timeout. Why do you have American and English when the thing about it is people in the United States mostly speak English. So we're not off to a good start, are we? Having American and English give me a sticking break. I don't think it really matters now, does it? Oh my stinking God, is the music awful. Clicky clacky, clicky clacky, clicky clacky. That's what it sounds like. Let's practice. Let's check the practice mode. Select your champion, huh? Would have to be Shrek. Don't tell me this is a fight. Oh, God. You gotta be kidding me. And the graphics look awful. Oh my goodness. This is the first time I've ever seen this game. I'd never seen a screenshot or whatever not. Oh, this is... What the... Can I jump? Oh, the controls are awful. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So far the Angry Video Game Nerd is right. Let's play the game, shall we? Select your champion. Or select your idiot. Because of the idiots that made this game. Everything about this game so far is awful. So far, yeah. It's just a fucking fighting game. Why on the Game Boy Color? What, there's moves too? Yeah, I won, but it's not fun. Oh no. Oh my goodness. One fight and that's it? 1 out of 1. Not 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5. No. 1 out of 1. And I'm just kicking the fucker and I'm gonna win. That was just too easy. This is supposed to be on the medium setting and this guy's chicken shit. I rather just call it. He's winning because he's chicken shit. Asshole. See, he won because of it was being chicken shit. And why is it? It's the gingerbread man, stupid. That's the victor. This game just sucks. And this is all that you fucking do. Got him finally. That fucking chicken shit. Oh, now it gives it to you, gingerbread man. So what? Oh, it gives you a new fighter. Why even bother? The game sucks as it is. No question about it. I thought almost ABCs, I think it was called, was worse. No, at least that had something. This is shit. Shrek Tale Freakdown gets a red card. Fuck this game. That one character was chicken shit. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to face that chicken shit character again during my gameplay of Shrek Tale Freakdown. And I do this for you guys. If I need to be punished, I will be punished in the worst way possible. But of course, I get to rip this game apart one last time for you guys. So here we go. Here is my gameplay of Shrek Tale Freakdown for the Game Boy Color. So far the worst Game Boy Color game that I've ever played. Here we go. Alright folks, it's time to play Shrek Tale Freakdown for the last time. And I said about this game, this is easily the worst Game Boy Color, Game Boy, and Game Boy Advance game that I've ever played. I called it Game Boy Color first because this is a Game Boy Color game. And this was even worse than Elmo's ABCs, the one that I picked at number 1 back in 2019. No question about it. Shrek Tale Freakdown was, of course, the worst fighting game that I played this year and reviewed for you guys. But of course, I'm going to bash the shit out of it for you guys, because I do it for you fans. I do it for you guys. That's the reason why this channel exists. So it is time, and there are things about it here, about this game, excuse me. There are things about this that are even worse than Steel Lords. And for one thing, this being on a handheld console like the Game Boy, that's a strike against it. Just for that. But there's other reasons as well. There are reasons why I put this higher than Steel Lords. But of course, it's time to get to the game one last time. So here we go. Alright, here we go. Let's do it. I don't care. I'll put English. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares which sticking language? As a matter of fact, I probably should check the different languages. Let's see. Let's see what they look like in the different languages that it has. Let's see what it looks like, since I didn't do that when I reviewed this sucker. Let's go to Spanish. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. Different language, but the same type of gameplay. A loco. Fighting game's broken. That was the other reason. Look at that. It's playable, but that's not saying much. And I said playable. Playable, I mean that you can mash buttons. El Loco. Alright. Let's restart the Sicking Sucker. Let's look at another language. Let's look at another language. Let's do French. That looks like apple to me. And options is English. I thought it should be French. Le Grand Michel de Pinocchio. Weird. Should have tried the different characters. See, you're just button mashing. They're supposed to be special moves, but they're... And the graphics suck. They suck even worse than Steel Lords. That was the other reason why I put this over Steel Lords. At least the graphics were at least telling when it came to Steel Lords. Graphics on here are awful. Alright. Let's do another language, shall we? And let's look at that. See, they're all different. But the game is the same. You're just getting it in different languages. You're just getting just different words. That's it. That's the only sticking difference. See, really ridiculous. Lupo. Lupo. See, sometimes even the fighting doesn't respond. And yes, you can win. I will say that. But of course, Steel Lords was the same way. You can win, But the problem is the game sucks. It's a fighting game is just about broken in this. And the only way you can win is by button mashing. Same way with Steel Lords. Okay. I think that's the last language. Because everything else, of course, you have American and English. I hate that. I really hate that. We speak English. Whoever programmed this, TDK, why put American and English? They're both the fucking same. Alright. Everything else is different. Alright, this is the last one. And the music is dreadful. Oh, it's ear-piercingly bad. I hate it. Oh, man. Especially that title screen music. It sucks. See, look how broken that is. And another reason why this is higher, I already mentioned it, but I said that it's a Game Boy Color game. And having a fighting game on a handheld, unless, of course, it's on the Game Boy Advance, is a strike against it. But the other problems with the sticking sucker are the other reasons. Alright, let's go back to the other language, the English language. And I'm going to do English, I'm not doing American, because the thing about it is, American and English are the fucking same! TDK, what were you thinking? The programmers, what were you thinking? I don't know if TDK actually made this game, but they released it. It shouldn't fucking matter. When you have a fighting game like this where one is the only how you play. Yeah. That's not what I was trying to say. I was trying to say that if you are playing a fighting game, should it be 2 out of 3? No, you can only have 1! 1 out of 1! You get unlimited continues, get a password system, but that's not saying much. Those are the only things, those are the only reasons why this did not make number 1. Where it has a one, because it had a password system. 2, it had unlimited continues. But the thing about it is, should it be 2 out of 3? When it comes to these sticking matches, why 1? And I lost on that one. But that time I won. Oh man. I hate when you have to put in a sticking language and you have 2 options for English and both of them don't really mean much. You should have 5 languages and it should be English, whatever not. Don't put American! You're not being funny. Putting American on it is not gonna make a game funny. Putting that is a bad sign. So you just button mash and that's it. No special moves, nothing. And then you got this one, the chicken shit. See? The chicken shit. He won't fight ya, he'll just throw his stick and projectiles until he wins. That's how he is, he's chicken shit. I talked about this in my review. I called this character chicken shit. Maybe when you're not playing as the sticking computer, you're playing this character, it won't be chicken shit, but when it comes to the computer player controlling this sucker, He's chicken shit. He uses his projectile. Yeah. That time I beat him, but the thing about it is, Gingerbread Man, when the computer's playing him, is easily a chicken shit. He was probably sticking out as you know what. I don't want to talk about this game. But I'm going to. Oh, this is the part where I die. This is the part where I get fucked. Look at that. He's off screen. That's pathetic. I didn't know about that. I'm not going to do anything until you come over here, you chode. Look at that. You don't make a fighting game like that either. To the programmers that made this game, I'm going to say this. You don't make a fighting game like this, where another fighter is off screen. Usually with fighting games, they're usually on screen and they can't escape, and you're able to attack them. Not in this game. Ridiculous. Look where I am and look where he is. He's far away from me and he's just... What were you thinking? This is pathetic. And some of them, they're not even shooting. One. Look at that. And he cheeses you. Yeah, I didn't expect this. Where he just... Nah, I won for the very first time. Yeah, but fuck this game. Ugh. Yeah, I won it. I'm happy. Invincibility? Invincibility? You get stuff if you beat certain fighters? Yeah. This is not how you make a fighting game. After I face this sucker, I'm done. See, look at that! The graphics are awful! And he's chicken shit too. Oh, come on! It don't matter either way because the game fucking sucks. See, I'm done. I am done. I've had enough. Now you see why I hate this fighting game. You see why it doesn't belong on the Game Boy Color. You see why this is the worst Game Boy Color game that I've ever played in my life. And the worst Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance game that I've ever played. You know why? because of how the fighting game is. It is about as ridiculous as you think. And at times, these fighters cheese ya, and you end up losing. And of course, you have to button mash, and the graphics are awful. The only redeeming qualities I can give this game, and the reason why it's not number one, is it has passwords and you get unlimited continues. But that don't make it fun. That don't make it fun. That's the thing. Yeah. Dang nabbit. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this could have been put on a different console. Why did it have to be on a handheld console? It would have had better graphics, better controls, and I bet you the fighting aspect of it would have been better. You don't put fighting games on a handheld console like the Game Boy. Street Fighter, I didn't mind because I thought the gameplay was better. But this is even worse. Street Fighter blows this game out of the water. And it's not even close. Alright, it's time to wrap this up. I'm going to, of course, destroy this sucker and I won't have to deal with it anymore. So it's time to destroy this sucker and wrap things up. Alright, so now that that is done and that I bashed the shit out of Shrek Tale Freakdown one last time, it's now time to destroy the game. And it definitely earns that honor because of the torture it gave and others. So now it's time to be tortured. And I'm going to give it that torture right now. So here we go. Now that Shrek Tale Freakdown is no longer a part of this world, it's time to wrap things up. But of course, tomorrow is the last day of 2023. It is New Year's Eve, and I will reveal the worst game that I review for Gameplay and Review for 2023. Not only will I be bashing the game, I'm also going to bash the creator. Because that creator deserves it. You're going to find out the creator and the game tomorrow. And it's really sad that 2023 has to end. Especially with the amount of games that I played that were some of the greatest games of all time. I really wish I could go back to that point and do it all over again. But unfortunately, I got to do another year of Gameplay and Review. And it will be in 2024. And that's only a few days away. Thank you all for watching. And I will see you tomorrow for the big reveal. Stay safe and stay awesome. Happy gaming. And Happy New Year.